All right, so we're going to go ahead and do the next lesson, which is on slope-intercept form word problems. So we're going to get a word problem. We're going to create an equation, and we're going to answer questions based on that equation. Okay, our equation will be on slope-intercept form, just mx plus b, where the m is the slope, is the number that is constantly changing on the problem. Okay, and the b is the y-intercept, that is the starting value. Okay, the number that's pretty much solid in there. So example number one says, in order to join 24-hour fitness club, there is a 45 startup fee and a $15 monthly fee. Okay, so we have two numbers going on here. The 45 startup fee and the 15 monthly fee. So which of those two numbers change? The 15, because it depends on the monthly. So that tells me that the 15 is going to be my slope. Okay, and the startup for the 45 startup fee, it's solid. It's not gonna change. So that means that that's my y-intercept. Okay, so if I go to the first question that tells me write the equation that models this scenario, then I know that it will be y equals to my slope, which I know that is 15. So 15x plus the 45. Okay, since I have two variables, I like to define what those two variables are. That way, it's easier to answer the questions after. Okay, x and y. I know that x depends on the monthly, so it's the number of months, and y is the total amount of money paid. Okay, the total amount of money paid. So now that is going to help us answer the next question, just how much money will you have spent in 3 months with this gym membership? In order to answer that question, we have to use our equation. Y equals 15x plus 45. If we want to know how much money we have spent after 3 months, what am I going to put in the 3? For x or for y? Okay, so I'm going to graph the 3 months and plug them in for x. 15 times 3 plus 45. Okay, and 15 times 3 gives me 45 plus 45, it's 90. And you can always double check this by going to your decimals. You can type the whole thing just like I have it in there. 15 parentheses 3 plus 45. And we get 9. Okay, so you can always double check your answer in there. So y equals 90. So in 3 months, we pay $90. Okay, so now we go to the next question, which is after how many months will the total cost for the gym membership be 570? Okay, so here we're talking about the total cost, which is y. So in my equation, y is equals to 15x plus 45. I'm going to plug in 570 and my y, and then solve for x. knowing that I have two sides of the equation, I'm going to subtract 45 from both sides. Which gives me 570 minus 45. That gives me 525 is equals to 15x. Okay, at this point, I'm going to divide both sides by 15. And we can always go here, 545, 525 divided by 15. Is it 15? Yeah, 15, so 35. Okay, so we get 35. So x is equals to 35. So our answer is 35 months. Okay, $5 and $6 per hour. Okay, now since the 6 is per hour, that tells me that that's going to be my slope, and the 5, it's going to be my y-intercept. But we're gonna use B, so the notation goes with the formula. Okay, so now write the equation that models the scenario. So that would be y is equal to my slope, which is 6x plus 5. And I'm going to define my two variables, x and y. X is the number of hours, and y is the money. Okay, so for question 2, how much money will you have to pay if you want to rent a bike for 4 hours? Okay, so again, 4 hours, that tells me that that's the value of x. So in my equation, y equals 6x plus 5, I'm going to take my 4 and plug it in for x. I'm going to take 6 times 4 plus 5. And I can put all this on decimals, and that's going to give me 29. Okay, because 6 times 4, 24, plus 5 is 29. So in 4 hours, we spent $29. Okay, so now after how many hours will you pay $20 for renting the bike? So they're giving us the money, which is the y. So on my equation, y equals 6x plus 5, the 20 is going to go on y. So I'm going to substitute 20 for y, and then I'm going to solve for x on my equation. Okay? So my first step is subtract 5 on both sides. That's a 0 pair, so it goes away. And now I bring down the 6x, 15. Divide both sides by 15. By 6. And that gives me, you can double check here, and I recommend that you do that here so that you know what it is. 2.5. So in 2.5 hours, pay $20.